What's up, everybody? What up? What up? What up? My name is Raul. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me know how you guys are doing down in the comments below. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm over here suffering like usual, but I'm handling it like a boss. And I'm here with my family. I'm here at home, back at home base today. And today I plan on recording episode 8 of the episode Mr. Genuine. Obviously, I got the blazer on today. Casual fit, casual. Definitely still got the long hair going. I'll be able to look back at these videos and think, wow, I should have gone bald way sooner. But here we are. Today's episode is going to be a little bit lengthy. I have the whole house to myself, nice and quiet, so I'm going to take advantage of that. And I want to make sure that every word that I speak has purpose and has power behind it. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. The first question of the day is, who are you? Who am I? My name, of course, is Raul. Thank you so much for joining me. I am the host of this podcast. Episode 8. Kind of crazy. But who are you? Who is the person watching these videos? Watching my videos. Think about that. Let that sink in. Let it marinate in the mind. Figure out who you are. I always want to recommend that you guys always study, learn, stay as students, stay positive, of course. But we're all going through this differently, this whole life journey. So I don't want to get super philosophical, but I definitely want to encourage you guys to just keep educating yourselves and just keep studying. If you're a fan of me, if you're a fan of whatever I'm doing, my music, my podcast, just even out there in the real world, just know that I want the best for you. And ultimately, I do want the best for myself and my family. So that's why I'm doing these videos, to fill up my time, to stay busy and to look busy, of course. Definitely, I don't always know what I'm doing, but when I have a plan for that day, I'm like, okay, this is what I had planned the day before. This is what I'm doing today. I get lucky, and sometimes I find pockets of time where I spend time with my dog. I see my dad, my mom, my brothers, and those are all just bonus things for me, and I'm so grateful. Got the sword next to me. I got my bass, got my guitar. I'm here in the studio, and I'm blessed. It's always good to be aware of the present moment. And here I am talking to a laptop. I was getting frustrated a minute ago, but now I'm here. Now I'm focused. I have a couple things I want to talk about today, and I hope you guys pick up something out of this episode, and yeah, just keep winning. Keep doing the best you can. And if you're losing in life right now, take a moment to reflect. What's going on? What am I doing? What are my habits? Yeah. I was driving today. Got like no gas in my car, but I'm driving. This thing is going, and I'm thinking, well, I'm grateful. I have my own problems with my car. I gotta pay this amount. Gotta fill up the gas tank. Gotta take it for maintenance. And I remember days when I was younger with my family, we had to wait for the bus. Nothing wrong with the bus, by the way. I actually really appreciate public transportation, but I just prefer the having the vehicle or having no mode of transportation. It saves me a lot of time and headache, and just my own personal preference. But there's nothing wrong with public transportation. In fact, I respect it so much. I used to go on buses all the time. And yeah, as a kid, me and my family would wait for the bus. Sometimes we'd miss it. Sometimes we'd have to wait for the next bus. Sometimes we'd have to walk another mile just to get to the next bus. We have to cross the street. They're both different situations, obviously, but they both have their own problems. You decide whatever problems you want. There's that awesome quote that says, I read this just now on X, on Twitter. I'm gonna get flamed by all the young cats saying like, oh, it's called Twitter, not X. Stop calling it X. There's one person in mind that comes to mind. But yes, you choose your hard. If being rich is hard, being poor is hard. You choose your hard. That's something I definitely want to post and share in this episode, because this is the present moment. If I don't do something today that I'm proud of, and if I don't share something that I truly feel is necessary to share, then I definitely wouldn't be able to look back and be like, dang, I could have sprinkled some more wisdom in there. I could have sprinkled a little bit more fire in there. So that's sometimes that's all we need. Sometimes we just need some catastrophic event to bring us back to life and be like, okay, I need to do better. I am not where I want to be, and it's my fault. Nobody else to blame. I can't pretend anymore. I can make this right. And I'm going to make this right. That conviction, that's a powerful word right there. Have that conviction in yourself to be like, yeah, I'm going to make it happen. And if I make mistakes, I make mistakes. That's the beautiful part. And knowing this just makes things less scary, makes things a little bit less intimidating, and makes the challenges in life smaller than they actually, sometimes than they actually are. And oftentimes the problems that we have in life are almost nothing compared to what other people are going through. So keep that in mind, guys. And I try to keep that in mind. Getting through a rough day is a accomplishment, but it's obviously not always the best representation of how you're doing in life. Money oftentimes is a good representation, but it's not the best, because you can have a lot of money and be a bad person, or you can have no money and be a great person. It's really just who you are and who you want to be and who you're surrounded by. It's a whole rabbit hole learning about that stuff. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue with this discussion for today. So, as you guys know, I've mentioned this before and in other videos, asking questions and asking the right questions can take you to places you never dreamed of. But that's the hardest part, coming up with the right question. Encountering and being in a situation where you're challenged and you're able to just like think differently and be different. That's when you have to come up with the right questions, because there's multiple paths in life. You can come up with so many reasons to go down this path, that path, X path, Y path. But if you boil it down to just two paths, the right path and the wrong path, you'll have a much easier time navigating through this life. I wish I'd known this at 20, 12, 10. I just didn't. I wasn't very present as a kid, and now as a man, I'm like, yeah, let's go ahead and let's help out as many people as we can, while also benefiting. Why can't I also benefit as well? Because oftentimes people think, oh, if you're doing well, then I'm not going to do well, or if I'm doing well, then you have to do bad. You have to suffer because I'm doing good, and that's a twisted mindset. You can't dilute the love and the truth. It's not the best way to live. There are repercussions. There's that. I want to share this with you guys. Basically, how do I put this? So, fun is a good word, and it's a fun thing to have fun. Some people think about the fun that they have now, and some people think about the fun that they're going to have later. But it's important to measure how much fun you're having in a day. There's that quote that says, you if you do what you love, you won't work a day in your life. In some way that's true. In some ways you can definitely expand and realize that it ain't always that way. Because you can do what you love, but it could be the hardest thing ever. And you realize there's more things in there that are not so fun. There's more problems that you did not anticipate, and that is not very fun. Having to do more things that you didn't plan for that day, at least for me, the average human being and the average person, I get frustrated, but then I realize, hey, it's really not that big. Not a big deal. Not a big problem. I'm blessed, and I have, like I said, a great team around me. Even though we're all not always connected and we're not always on the same page, why would you want to be on the same page with somebody that is always on, always kissing ass and just not thinking for themselves? You want some people around you that think for themselves, critical thinkers, and can truly handle themselves. Because God forbid something happens to you, who's going to be next in line? Well, they should know. Your team should know. All right, I'm handling this. Raul was doing this. Raul was doing that. Let's cover that. Let's go ahead and knock that out fast. And that's the kind of people. That's the kind of people I have around me. Of course, my family, my loved ones, my close ones, even my friends. They know that if I were to leave, they'd be fine. They'd be totally fine. And I love that. Part of me is working hard, making these videos, making these podcast episodes to really be able to support my family and be able to say, hey, I'm able to help out all these people through one video that I recorded. And 10 years in the future, they'll be able to see this and be like, wow, he was really thinking ahead. He was really analyzing the past, really in the present. And my goal is to be able to make sure that my family's going to be okay no matter what happens. They got the money they need. They got the resources they need. They got the wisdom that they need. And they got the courage and strength that they need. And just, you don't always have to be there for them, obviously. And that's the kind of people you want around you. And now, we all make mistakes. That's why we always have to make sure that we're ready for the consequences. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and jump on to the next thing I want to talk about. I did already mention that, asking the right questions, making a decision based on the answers, and not reacting in a negative way. Reacting to a thing that pops up is just as important as the decision itself to get to that stage in life. You find out you were late on a bill, whatever. Well, I love being able to support other families. I love paying bills. I love being able to keep other people's lights on. I'll pay that bill. But let's say you just, oh wow, it just totally slipped up, didn't pay that bill. The way you react to that situation, as an example, like, oh my god, like, oh man, I'm messed up. Like, oh, this is so bad. I don't know what to do. I'm freaking out. Compared to like somebody who has their stuff together, it's like, all right, I was late on my bill. All right, whatever, I'll pay it. Not a big deal. Move on with life. Two different situations, two different paths right there. That's just a way to look at it. That's just the way I see it as well. Just choose the path with most resistance. So that way when all the easy paths come by, like, oh, this is nothing. I've already leveled up so much that these things are nothing. I'm just walking right by. I got my goals. I got my habits lined up. I got everything sorted out. And if I can have fun today, great. If not, whatever. I don't need it. I don't need it entirely. But it's always nice to have fun. Have fun with your family. Have fun with those you love. That's always the best. Best memories are created when you're really having fun and present. But yeah, guys, think about these things. Think about who you are. Think about what you want in life, and then go after it. I don't remember. I think I did say this last time, but you guys can do anything you want. You guys can achieve anything you want. It's not always done by yourself, and some things you have to do by yourself, but that's part of it. That's part of the fun. Being able to say, like, yeah, I did that. I totally did that. I learned, and now I'm here. And if you can help out other people along the way, that's great. If you don't have to have that sort of calling to help out millions of people, help out one person. You don't have to do any of that. It's totally fine. Just be in your own lane. I respect that. At least for me, I believe that it's truly important to be able to help those who really truly need it, of course. Because I remember there was times in my life where I'm like, dang, I definitely need some help. Called on this person, talked to this person. Yeah, I'm so grateful that they're in my life. I'm so grateful that we got through those stages in life. And yeah, guys, here we are. Here we are talking about bullshit, just a bunch of stuff. I'm just yapping away. I'm having fun. This is actually part of my day where it's fun. I'm going to go after this. I'm probably going to do some guitar playing, record some music. I actually got challenged by somebody that was watching my TikTok stream, my live, and he's like, hey, I'm going to send you a file. You try to put something over it. I got some ideas already generating. It's in G minor. I'm already thinking ahead, like, okay, but right now I'm here in this present moment recording this video, and hopefully this video isn't 50-minute long video so you guys can go on about your business, because there's more important things in life than watching some Mexican on a camera, recording himself in front of a camera on his laptop, on your screen. There's more important things. But if you are watching this, I do appreciate it. And if you've gotten to this part of the video, thank you so much. Like, subscribe, share the videos if you guys find my yapping useful. But I do try my best to provide as much wisdom as I can in these videos. So again, I can look back at this and be like, whoa, I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I took the time to be productive and to do something with my time that felt positive. Like I felt like it was going to be a positive influence in my future and those around me. So yeah, guys, like, subscribe, smash that subscription button, please. I've gotten up to like 21 subscribers up to this point, and I appreciate it. I really tried my best not to influence all those in my life, but I'm going to come at you guys and be like, guys, subscribe. Please subscribe. If you want. No pressure at all. No pressure. No peer pressure here. This channel and this group and this community in my mind's eye, no peer pressure. You guys are all critical thinkers. You guys all have your own things and families and projects and responsibilities that I want you guys to know that I'm well aware of. You guys have them. I don't want you guys to feel like any obligation that you guys don't want to do. But if you want to support me, that would be a big way to do it. Of course, I also have my own other services that I provide as well, but I'll talk about that in another video. I'll even do like a little short or something to those who are interested. No pressure at all. Okay. let's go ahead and move on with the next thing. So I had a couple things listed out here. So excuse me for kind of going back. So I have 2 more things to talk about, and I'll try to keep it short, 5 minutes. Okay. So I mentioned already the idea of like the idea that I'll be able to look back at these videos 10 years from now. And let's just go ahead and let's do this thought experiment. Or let's go ahead and try to do this real quick. Let's go ahead and put ourselves in the future right now. Let's go ahead and be in the present moment 10 years from now. You guys can agree with me that 10 years is a long time, right? 10 years, 10 of anything is a lot, but also in comparison to other things, 10 is not that much. 10 years compared to 90 years, not that much. But 10 years, 1 year, 1 month is still a long time. 1 day, 1 week is a long time. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of time right there. And the reason why I'm talking about time is because it's super important to be aware of it. Of course, I mean, there's many conversations behind the topic of time, but I don't really want to get into the details, the minutia of all that stuff. I actually just wanted to talk about how time is passing. Time is going on no matter whether you like it or not. And that's a great thing. Time is the one equalizer for most people, you know, like how much time do you have today with your family is going to add up, and towards the last few moments of this existence, you know, we'll be able to hopefully have a lot of time in our mind with our families, and at least family is a big thing for me. I'm sure you guys noticed that already, but maybe not with your families, but with your pets, neighbors, friends, communities, right? Or even just having that relationship with yourself, with God, or with whatever religion you want to associate with. I respect it, as long as it's definitely something that's not harmful to those, you know, in your area. But this idea that time is going on, it's true. You can't deny it. You can't pretend that time is frozen. As I'm speaking, time is passing, and I share this with you guys because we can't take back time. There's this, okay, so if you guys didn't know this, I actually work at a guitar company. And I'll go into that. I can talk about more about it later, but I don't want to talk about so much about myself. I want to talk about something that I learned at my job and at my company. So basically, when you're working with woodworking, and you're carving out pieces of material to get a final product, there's a saying: if you're going to remove material, be very mindful as to what you're doing and how you're doing it. You can always remove wood from the part that you want, but you can never add it. There are, of course, you know, if you're a craftsman or a luthier, you'll realize, like, well, I mean, you can kind of expand it, whatever parts you got there, and you can heat it up, poke little holes in there, put a little water in there, heat it up, and it'll expand. But that's obviously like craftsmanship, and that's set aside. But if you got a piece of wood and you remove parts of that wood, that part is gone. You can't just glue it back on there easily and make it the way it was before. But if you're very careful, you can just only remove the parts of the wood that you want. And like I said, you can't add pieces of wood that's already been taken off. The final product is that final product. And if you make a mistake, you make a mistake. Try to fix it if you can. If you can't repair it, don't waste your time. But that concept of just, you know, making sure that you're putting the right amount of attention to what you're doing and spending the right time. Right now, I'm spending 19 minutes talking to the camera, and who knows if it'll bear any fruit, but I'm here. I'm doing it anyways. I'm not even really thinking twice about it. If one person, if a million people watch, great. If nobody watches, great. My life is still great. I'm not going to complain about it. I'm not going to cry about small things that really don't impact my life in a instantaneous or in a monetary way or in a negative way. Life is good. Life is good right now. I have the fortune of being strong and mentally tough. My brothers definitely play a big part in that, so I'm grateful to them. Shout out to my brothers. Shout out to all the siblings and brothers and sisters. I'm a big brother. I'm the eldest, and sometimes I feel like the smallest. But I have to remember, I gotta bully these guys. I gotta bully them. That's my job. No, all jokes aside, but I'm so grateful. And just being able to just say that, yeah, I can handle whatever fires come my way. It just gives me a strength that I want to share with you guys. I want to share this power with you guys because you guys have it as well. You guys have it as well. And even if you're single children, I know you guys are also just as strong and just as fierce. Only child, not single children. I don't know why that was the first thing. Only child. You guys are strong as well. Strong as hell. Stronger, if anything. And yeah, there's no need for comparison in that sense, of course. But it's all love. It's all love here. Now, the last thing I wanted to mention was when we're passing by in life and we're spending our time, we're hopefully, eating healthy foods, splurging when we can. This idea that, we have all these problems. Oh, man. Behind on rent, behind on bills, can't fix my car, my leg is broken, whatever the case may be. I lost my voice. All these problems. Well, I mean, obviously I mentioned like losing your voice. That's a health issue. And there's that quote I heard recently. It's like, we all have 1,000 problems, 99 problems. But once your health gets involved and you can't really operate the way you normally do because your health is an issue, then you only really have one problem. You only really have one problem, and that's so true and so real. It hit me pretty hard when I heard that because obviously you guys saw me. I was just getting better from being sick last week, 2 weeks ago. It's behind me, but I was sick. I always say I never get sick. I even spoke to people online like, yeah, this is what you got to do to never get sick, and then boom, first thing that happens to me this year, I get sick, and I'm grateful now for my health. I'm more grateful now for my voice, for my ability to be strong, and here I am, being myself, being 100%, being strong. And yeah, guys, I just want to leave you guys with that last bit of information, last bit of wisdom there. Just take care of yourselves. If you're a fan of me and if you're a fan of these episodes, I definitely want you guys to be ultimately ready for the future. The future won't get here if we're not strong enough for it in the present moment, if we're not taking care of ourselves. And now I'm not going to be a hypocrite here, guys, and I don't want to be a hypocrite. I've thrown my body into places and done things that I shouldn't have. So I'm not going to be here as an angel, as a person that's perfect, because that's bullshit. It's not true. And if you guys need help, holler at me, ask for the help, talk to the people that you got to talk to. But one step at a time. One day at a time. That's how it's done. And if you can plan ahead and be very, very mindful of the previous decisions and the forward decisions and the future decisions, then that's amazing. But sometimes all we got to really do is just look at the next step ahead of us. Look down, look at your feet, look down at whatever you got, and just keep moving forward. Keep on trucking. I think that's what the Western term expression, right? Keep on trucking, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I think that's all I got for you guys today. Let me go ahead and look at my notes real quick, but that's it. I don't want to slow down or really stop your ascent, because remember, we've come a long way as a human race. I actually just read some note. It's basically, I'll say this for the next one. I've been learning a lot about human behavior and behavioral science, and I'll share this wisdom, I guess next time or whenever it pops up. That's something that I'm learning. When you're having a conversation, and if you have something in mind, sometimes you should just save it. Save that wisdom until the right moment, and then strike. Pull that arrow back, and then strike when the time is right. Use that information, use the thoughts you have, and then say it when the time is right. No need to force something out of a conversation. And then you'll look smarter. You'll look sharper. You'll look more competent. And that's what I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be the most competent when I'm not even trying. I want to be the strongest when I'm facing the toughest challenges, and I want to be so ready. And I want to share this with you guys. I want to share this fire because I'm finally 100%, and here I am. Here we are. If you've made it this far into the episode, thank you so very much. Feel free to subscribe. Feel free to like and share. I definitely will keep making more episodes. Expect another episode later this week, possibly Possibly this may be the last episode too. I'm not gonna lie, this could be the last episode, and then I'll just leave 8 behind. But my goal is to stay alive longer and post more, share more, and fight more. Of course. But yes, guys, thank you for watching. Stay strong, stay beautiful, stay handsome, and breathe. Alrighty, guys. If you guys have anything for me, send it my way. I'm still streaming on Twitch, and I'm still doing my best to be more present on TikTok now that it's back. So, yeah, inshallah, we keep fighting, guys. Again, my name is Raul, and this is episode 8 of the podcast, Mr. Genuine. Thank you so much for watching. Stay blessed. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys in the next episode, the next podcast, and the next stream. Peace out.